You're listening to BottleCAST, the official podcast of Bottlecapps.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of BottleCAST. I am pleased to announce that we have a very special person here, someone who we just got on to our department, the multimedia department, but we have here with us Alicia Torres Cande. She is, formerly our social media coordinator, but she does so much more than that, and we're going to hear about it today. So, Alicia, could you go ahead and introduce yourself, say hello?
Hi, yeah, for sure. My name is Alicia Torres Cande. I have been in Bottlecapps and Bottle Rover for 5 months now, or 6 months, I believe. And I am part of the multimedia department. I run all the social media and certain marketing efforts too here at Bottlecapps.
Awesome, awesome. And so I guess just diving into it, give us a little bit about your background, from where, as much as you'd like to share, but either education, hometown, what brought you to where you are now?
Sure. So I'm from Mexico, Sonora, Mexico, which is it's a state that borders Arizona. So we're on the northwest of Mexico. But I went to culinary school actually in Mexico City. I used to work as a cook in various restaurants across Mexico. I worked in Tulum, Mexico City. And I did that for about 6 to 8 years, something like that. I started working since I was in college. After graduating, I kept working in restaurants. Then I moved to San Diego in 2017, and I started a squeezable peanut butter company in 2018 with my sister. So we sold natural almond and peanut butter in squeezable bottles. I naturally fell into the role of marketing. It was something very, very intuitive. It just felt very natural to fall into this place. And after that, I started working at Bottlecapps, and I've been here for 6 months.
Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your background, Alicia. Very fond of your journey here with us. Okay, great. We'll jump into some more questions here. What are some of your favorite parts about working in the role that you are in?
Well, I specifically love working for the multimedia department because not only do I get the freedom to explore my creative mind and my creative side of my personality, but I also get to apply, some pretty great marketing principles to the strategic side of marketing. I think one of the greatest misconceptions about a marketing role in general is that you only need creative people there. And there's so much that goes beyond, a creative asset or just putting something on social media. Every single piece of content that we put out there has an objective, has the objective to just educate people and to get more liquor store owners and brands and all of our customers to get them to make more informed decisions and more aligned decisions within their company.
No, I love the way you shape that it's not just fun and games and pretty assets and things like that. There's hard thought and there's a collaborative energy that's behind every piece of content. So I'd agree. It's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah,
it is fun, but it also needs to have an objective,
Absolutely. Absolutely. What we're going to do here, Alicia, is something that we like to call the back-to-back round. And, you're familiar with it. You've seen a lot of the BottleCast episodes already. But it's a speed question round just to kind of get to know you a little more and help put a fun break in here. So, ladies and gentlemen, the back-to-back round.
Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon. Too old for this shit.
Great. So, Alicia, we're going to run through these, try to answer in as few words as possible. One, if not, a couple is fine. But, all right, you kind of already covered this, but hometown.
Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico.
There we go. Favorite sports team, any sport.
I would say soccer is my favorite sport. My favorite team is Real Madrid.
Okay. And favorite drink?
A martini. Or whiskey. Or whiskey or bourbon on the rocks.
Favorite food? This one might be hard for you. Oh, okay. Easy peasy. There we go. Tacos.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you have a pet? If so, we need their names.
Of course I do. His name's Butter. and he's a red golden. He's 2 years old.
He's the cutest golden I've seen so far.
Yes.
And then so greatest fear.
I would say I'm a little claustrophobic, so being in a tight space creates, gives me a little bit of anxiety.
Right, you need a little bit of breathing room, stretching room.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite music genre.
I would say the one I listen to the most is rock, classic rock. But I like everything. I go through artists more than I go through genres.
You were just telling me you were a Swiftie now, huh?
I like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you understand the whole movement behind Taylor, huh?
I do. I respect her.
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay. Oh, pet peeve.
It has to be slow walkers. I can't.
Slow. You guys do a lot of walking in San Diego?
We do. Yeah, we do. And it kills me. Or like at the airport when people are just like, I don't know. I walk fast.
It's you almost have to apply the laws of a highway. If you're gonna be walking slow, go 100%. To the far right.
Yeah.
Leave the middle for the sprinters, huh? That's
also
funny.
Unsolicited advice. Like I don't like if I'm asking, like people who just give unsolicited advice and recommendations sometimes rub me the wrong way.
You should do this. You should do that. I gotcha. All right, moving it forward. Somewhere you want to travel.
I've been wanting to go to Israel for a while now.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
Specific part?
All around. I mean, obviously,
right.
the main cities, but I've developed a fascination for Israeli cuisine over the last 3 years. So I'm just really interested to learn and to go and to try everything.
What a better way to learn than to actually be there. So
right.
That's cool. Cool. Last one and my favorite one. Sum up an embarrassing moment in one word.
Heels.
Heels. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Alicia, Torres, Cande's back to background.
Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit.
Wrapping it back up.
You had to bring out the Swiftie. I didn't want that, Lupe.
I had to bring it up. Thank you so much, Alicia, for tolerating that back to background. It's always so fun and interesting to see that and to hear everybody's responses and to take a look back, So, all right. So moving it forward here, tell us a little bit about, from your perspective, from a social media perspective, how are things looking for Bottlecapps, for Bottle Rover? How were things when you came in versus, how are we doing now? What do you kind of have in mind for a bit of the future?
Yeah, so when I first started at Bottlecapps, it was basically one person jiggling, that person being you, Lupe, and jiggling a lot of responsibilities. And, things were spread out too thin, I think. And so one of the main things when I got started at Bottlecapps, I remember I was tasked to do an audit of our social media accounts. And one of the things that I really wanted to focus on, the first thing that I wanted to, is how do we get people to click out of social media into our website? I wanted to have links and blogs and things that would provide value to our clients to actually get them to the website and explore all of our options. I also think that, some of the blogs, I wanted to make them, very targeted towards liquor store owners and brands, with actionable tips and content that will actually, help them with their business. It's very tricky because most social media platforms put a lot of limitations on links because obviously they want you to stay there. But I do think that the true value of social media is to have content so good that people are attracted to and then go to the website to ask for more or to look into more information. And I also think social media, I kind of describe it as a landing page. It's one of the things that, when you think of a business, I look at their social media first and their website. And so to me, it was very important to optimize those profiles and to get them to a place that really represented what we are as a company. We are more than just a provider an app or a website. You know, we do so much more, and we do it with so much care and so much dedication, every single person on the team. And so I wanted to give that away and you know, show people who we really are and what our values are. Awesome.
No, I love the way that you shared that, because it was spread very thin, and then it wasn't doing justice to, you know, for at no fault of whomever, but me obviously, but it wasn't doing justice to all the great things that our team's doing. Exactly. You know, and I've said it before, but we could be doing the most groundbreaking items internally, but if no one really hears about the stories behind these, they don't really understand the true value behind it. So I love what you've been doing for Bottlecapps and for Bottle Rover, and I'm very excited to see, you know, how we position all the great things that we're doing in the future. So thank you so much for sharing that.
We needed to brag with humility a little bit more.
Right.
You know, when I first got here, I was like, you have so much content. You have so many things. You know, you need to put them out there. People need to see this. People need to see who you really are. So I'm glad you made that point.
Absolutely. So without giving too much away, what are you excited about for this year?
I am really excited about working with certain brands. I'm not going to lie, because I do, you know, the Bottle Rover side. So I am it's one of the things that I've enjoyed the most in general, you know, discovering new brands, doing content for new brands and things like that. But also one of the things that I am mostly looking forward to, and this is something that I'm always looking forward to, and one of the things that I actually enjoy the most about doing Bottle Rovers specifically, is working with brands. I'm curious to see which brands, you know, use our platform to promote their products, and also what campaigns we can create for them. I think that's just very exciting from a creative, you know, from a creative perspective. But the other thing that I'm looking forward is providing more educational value for our customers through our channels, through our website, through educational posts, through blogs, to trainings. I think, you know, speaking to the consumer directly with actionable tactics and steps that they can do to optimize their marketing strategies is very important. And I think it's also one of the most commonly asked questions. How do I get, you know, more people to be in my app? How do I get more people? How do I drive more traffic to my website? How do I sell more? And it's a combination of things, right? And so I am really looking forward to having a more robust educational strategy.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Alicia. That is something that we have in the forefront, is to prioritizing that education so that folks really understand what value we're providing to them. So, all right, moving along. So what advice or suggestions do you have to any retailers or consumers listening in?
My biggest advice for any entrepreneur really that is starting, or, you know, that they've been on the market for a long time, is to really harness every single possible way in which you can create organic traffic. And I think social media is a great way to start. And you don't need a big budget. You don't need to have a super fancy camera or really good video editing skills. You just need to provide value to your consumer. So if you are on a limited budget for your brand or for your liquor store specifically, I think, you know, harnessing the power of social media and just organic content and traffic is great. Another thing that as a previous entrepreneur that I always tell people is to ask for help. Like here at Bottlecapps, we have a great customer service team that is always there for retailers. If they have any questions, they're there and they will answer in the most efficient way possible. And so don't be afraid to ask for help, you know, like any doubt you have, you know, ask for help and ask for advice. And most people are very open to giving it. And so I think the power of the questions that you ask is sometimes even more important than the answers you get.
100%. Beautifully said. Who would you like to collaborate with in the industry?
I mean, I have a lot of brands in mind that I would love to work with, but also influencers. I think people in the space who do this for a living and who are experts in drinking and cocktails and wine. I would like to see more people promoting our brand and not just having a an ad strategy placed. I would like to have more social proof and more people shouting BottleCapps is great.
Yeah, no, 100%. We love more cheerleaders, right? People always talk about word of mouth. So now that can be done easily digitally with social media. So I think that'd be super impactful. Great. Thank you for sharing that. So one thing I did want to ask though is, for any retailers listening on here, they juggle a lot. They're a business owner. Some of them might even be new. What are some things that you feel that they should prioritize as far as social media?
I think consistency is key. Having a consistent calendar and posting consistently. Now that really depends on the capacity of the retailer. Like, I'm not going to tell you to post daily if you can't just, can't do it, because you're short on time. But I do think like a standard of 2 to 3 posts per week is a pretty good way to start. And there's different types of content that you can use. I mean, of course you can, highlight new products or specific products that you want, but also sharing cocktails, sharing ideas on how to use their product, always reminding them of the value of shopping at their store. I think also doing some behind the scenes or get to know us. People like, there's always people behind any brand. And people seek that human connection. And that's what social media is for. And so, sharing a little bit about their story, their experience, highlighting the products, finding creative ways in which to use the products, and also adding a little bit of humor, I think is very specifically for someone who's selling directly to consumer. Adding a little bit of humor really, really helps and makes the brand or the store a little bit more relatable.
Awesome. And we do have resources on this, don't we? We have this marketing playbook.
We do.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So for the folks listening in, we'll go ahead and link that in the description. But we have a marketing playbook that is completely free. All you have to do is, fill out the form and it'll send it over to you. But that has lots of best industry practices that you can activate like that. So very excited to offer that now for any retailers listening in.
One of the things I love about that is the social media calendar that you have. And I forgot to mention that harnessing the holidays and doing content around the holidays is also very effective for social media.
And we have the full calendar year on there. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that, guys. Well, all right, Alicia, it's been such a pleasure. I appreciate you setting the time aside to be on BottleCast. Very excited to share this episode out with the team. But yeah, so last bit I like to call the shameless plug. It's where we sign off and basically say where people can find us. So will you plug us away?
You can find us at bottlecapps.com. We have all of the information about our company, our services, educational posts, etc. We highly encourage you to check it out. And if you're feeling thirsty, you can find us at bottlerover.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Everyone, that was Alicia Torres Cande. Appreciate you. And we'll catch you guys at the next one.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to BottleCast, the official podcast of BottleCapps. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.